morning, everyone. Nice and early here on the Gold Coast, the east coast of Australia. How's everyone doing here? Hey, Lambo. How are ya? What's up, aviation? We're currently live on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. We're back into it today after a short break over the holidays. Tried to give the developers a chance to just brush things up. So today we'll be jumping back in. If it's still rough, we'll probably look into, streaming other titles. But we'll see how we go today. So it's just loading in at the moment. I'm doing very well, Lambo. Hope you had a great holiday period, and hope your 2025 is up to a great start. Hey, Max. Hello. So yeah, we'll check out the challenges, the Challenge League this week. We'll also, has anyone tried the new beta in the chat? Basically, they've released a new beta that cleans up a bit of things. Career mode, which is the big selling point in 2024, is still rough. But I mean, I understand this is their first attempt at bringing this mode into an ambitious sim like this. So, we credit where credit is due, and just a little bit of patience, and yeah, I think we'll get there. I think in 6 months' time, this is everyone will be on career. But yeah, so challenges this week. What do we have? We got the Grand Canyon in the F-18. We got the Alps low altitude in the F-18, and we got the precision landing, the whole box. I don't know if we're able to get it off the rotaries off the ground with a yoke, but we'll try. I bought the F-17 and it transferred over to a version, but no sound. Tried searching for solutions, but it only brought up fixes for PC. I play on Xbox. What I've realized is, for example, the mouse fix that was long overdue. Yeah, that. They basically fixed that. So the priority fixes seem to go to PC, unfortunately. And then once it's optimized in PC for the PC, they kind of bring it around to the Xbox. But because it seems to be a unique issue for the Xbox, they usually take a little bit while longer to just, sort it out. I apologize. Really sorry to hear about that, Lambo, but it's been quite frustrating on the on console. Just adjusting the sound. So, is the sound okay, guys? It's not too loud for you. Tried searching for solutions, but it only brought up. Yeah, read that. Let's try the Grand Canyon race, even though, I mean, I'm using a yoke here, so, but you never know if you don't try. Alright, so I'm dodging pylons in a... Alright, cool. My controls are at least working. Oh, missed that. Oh, if you miss the gate, you come back again. I forgot about that. I'm all over the trim here. The only way to deal with this is to use a Lambo. Remember that one in the X300 that you made me do? Gate missed. Oh, too high. Alright, let's lower it down. Come on. Come on. It's very hard with the yoke. I should probably get. Ooh, actually, I should probably use the Thrustmaster T-Flight. Probably easy to install here. Oh, let's do that. I'm gonna miss that. We're warming up. We're warming up. It's fine. I should probably be on the power a lot, but it's gonna be so slow to respond to my power changes that just keep it in the afterburner. I mean, doing these kind of knife edge turns while in afterburner is not the smartest thing, but come on, it's oh, I missed the gate. All right. It's telling me that I'm going to the left. Yeah, alright, cool. Oh! Literally, 2 fingers I'm holding the yoke, because any more than that, I don't know if you can see it on cam, but literally, index and thumb on the yoke only, any more than that, and it's just way too much input. I'm doing that again. I was, we'll do that again. Yeah. Nah, but I think I've got the, you can, yeah, I think I've got it now, but we'll try that again. Crash it. I crashed it multiple times there, Trashy. You were just late for the show, but, what? 1 minute 53. All right, the record is 1 minute 18. Let's try and get that with the with this old. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Boeing yoke from Thrustmaster is brilliant for the price. It's just, yeah. I mean, I have an Ava base just sitting there with an F-18 stick. So yeah, probably next stream will be from our Flight Seat Pro, our military setup. Maybe get some VR going. I don't know how that's gonna look for you guys though. No. Do that again. No, I didn't do Lambo. I didn't do a 118. Come on, be real. Easier than Arab. Oh yeah. There are levels to it, Trashy. Yeah, if you're flying on with keyboard and mouse trying to do this, it's, I would say, nearly impossible. Especially if you're going for record times and whatnot, but I did not get the 118, Lambo, as I said. That wasn't me. Oh, come on, I missed the gate. Too high. Alright, there's the ghost. At least I've got the ghost in front of me now. If I keep the ghost less than 1 nautical mile out, which he currently is at, it's 0.6, 0.74. It's increasing, so I gotta pick it up somehow. I need to keep him within 1 nautical mile. That will. Rudders are pretty important in these maneuvers. Otherwise, at such low level, if you're not coordinated with your turns, you will fall like a rock like I did previously. I mean, you have to give it to the guys at Microsoft. Flying can be very... Ooh! Very taxing sometimes if you're trying to immerse yourself in being authentic. So... Oh! There we go. There it is. Yeah, I lost it there. But that's what I mean, because just 1 second while I was just trying to talk there, I went slack on my rudders, and yeah. Did you see how it skidded off the screen basically? All right. So always try and keep it tight. I've also heard that if every time you're flying on edge, you're actually inducing drag. So like. I never seem to get it into afterburner then. I tend to throw it in full air and hope for the best. Yeah, that's basically. I'm doubtful. One more time, or are you guys bored of this? One more time, come on, for the sake of it. This time I'm just going to keep it in afterburner. I'm not touching the controls. Again, index finger and thumb. Let's go for it. Come on. No reaction there. Let me try something actually. Controls. Let's go to the Boeing yoke. Go flight control surfaces. There we go. Let's tweak the curve on this. Point 3, 0.4. I'm basically just putting on S curve. So I do this as well in DCS. So on DCS, it's basically a blanket 25 to 30 blanket over your pitch and roll and rudder axes. It gives it I mean, it's not one-to-one with the real life, but it'll give you a very realistic sense to the surface control movements. It's not instantaneous. It's not a button. You know, you pull or push on a rudder, or you turn, you bank in an aircraft, and your aileron actually has to actuate. So, yeah, it's not instantaneous, but already. Hey, but now I'm just way too fast. I don't know how you do it, Lambo, with afterburner always on, because it's not working for me. And I think the trick with these, I mean, I've never done aerobatics, but you know how people, when they do barrel rolls, they kind of point their nose slightly up, like a couple of degrees up, perform the maneuver just to mitigate any loss of altitude. Oh yeah, what is happening there? I don't. There we go. Ah, oh, missed gate. I caught up to the ghost. Ah, there we go, Lambo. That wasn't 118, but unfortunately I lost it. Alright. Lead with the rudder. Don't tell me I missed that gate. Yeah, I did. I have to go lower, but if I go any lower, then I'll hit that wall. There we go. Why not? Missed the gate. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, it's not working. People must be watching this and go, what the hell is he doing with a yoke? Ooh, skid it there. Ridiculous. All right. Get some rudder action in there. It takes many attempts and a ton of patience. Mate, I've run out of patience with this challenge. The problem with these is like, it's 20% PC users. They can install mods where it's a breeze to fly. Do they, how do you, I know, but it's, Lambo, do you think there is some, you know, some plays or some mods being taken advantage of here? So they have no problem. It takes many. Lambo, out of curiosity, do you use a flight controls, or do you use the Xbox controller? Woo! It's pretty warm today on the coast. As you can see, guys, we're about to, I don't know if you can see it on the screen. It's changing now. Yeah. We're 10th. Yeah. Our account is called Microsoft Flight Simulator 24, hashtag 4422. Alright, so we got third in that after all of that rubbish, but let's try the low altitude one. By the way, awesome. Yep. Thanks for that, Lambo. Yeah, with controller, you kind of have to make do with what you got. In terms of button mappings and bindings and sensitivities and whatnot. And I can imagine flying with a joystick is very twitchy. Then again, with the races, maybe twitchiness is good. There is a noticeable delay, like when I go banking full left and then I have to bank it full right. I would switch and then you'd wait a second and then it will go. I'm an avid FH fan, and there are things like jumps where you can get 3,000 feet max, but somehow. Oh wow! Oh, macros maybe. I wouldn't be the one. I'm new relatively to the PC world. I only got my own PC going once I started, simming a bit. What are we supposed to do on this? Just get to the goal? Have you tried these, Lambo? And the aircraft seems much faster. That's probably a better view for you guys. I don't need to see the HUD as long as I'm pushing 770 knots. So speed is not my concern. Altitude is more green bad, more blue good. And we'll just go with that. I'm pushing. Well, cool. If the delta is green, we're doing well. That's my sim racing background coming in. Out of curiosity, people in the chat, do you think flying with a yoke or a flight stick? Is it more enjoyable, or which one do you prefer? I personally prefer a flight stick. Yes, it's not as authentic in some aircraft, but if it's good for the A380, it's good for me. I mean, even the new Gulfstreams now have gone to active side sticks just to save space in the cockpit. Yokes are cool, but they take space that would rather be allocated to pilot comfort. Where's the goal? Hey! Yo, Copper! What up? I meant yoke. That's fine. Really interesting. It depends as well. What? I mean, I did my training in diamonds, so diamonds was flight sticks. I got you. I did do. I did my first 30 hours in a Cessna 172. You know, steam gauges, all of that. Yoke, but I did not. I only flew it for about 30 hours, and then we jumped onto the diamonds. All right, so in leagues, in the Silver League, I don't know how these rankings work, so bear with me. But for week 3 ranking, we're 4th now after those shocking displays. So if I had a sim rig, I'd say mostly stick, but for special purposes like commercial flight, I'd use a yoke. But I mean, like for me, I use a FGT Elite at home. And so I don't switch between my sim racing setup and my flight setup. I've got flight plates from the Elite Flight Pack on the FGT Elite. So I've got all my driving gear going, but to save myself from taking off the wheelbase, putting on a yoke, I've just gone with a flight stick. And with the Elite Flight Pack, you actually can have a center mount stick and keep your driving peripherals. So that's always great. I'm hoping to start flight school in the next few years. Awesome, Captain. What do you want to do in aviation? Are you on the hunt for a right-hand seat in at the majors, or do you want to do something different? Private ops, firefighting. There's so many different cool applications for aviation. Like everyone thinks you should either become an instructor or then an airline pilot or military, but there's so many activities that require you know, being able to jump into a GA aircraft and just go out there. Surveying, for example. Here in Australia, we've got a lot of cattle farms that are really massive. So there's a lot of heli pilots that are. I don't mean to butcher the word, but I think it's cattle mustering. Is that it? Yeah. So you're basically there, and then there's a dude next to you with a shotgun, and the shotgun shoots like a net. And yeah, that's how they catch them on like massive farms. Catch them. You can tell I'm not a farmer. Yeah. Let's check out. There's no new activities, is there? New. All right, let's jump into Korea, see how we're doing there. Southwest, awesome, mate. We wish you the best of luck. Where are you? Where are you doing your training? I've been wanting to be an airline pilot. Yep, yep. It is a good dream. The uniform, the free coffees, free muffins. And all you got to do is push that button and make sure nothing goes wrong. And when in doubt, go around. How much money have I got? I've got 11,000. Certification. Alright, what's this? 15. I don't have 15. Seven and a half. I want to do the multi. I want to fly real stuff. This is getting slow. We need the money. Lol, so true. I don't currently know you. Yeah. I learned that the hard way. Coming in, I was doing a PPL pretest and I needed to do a touch and go at this random airstrip, but it was such a thin runway that when you're coming in, you get you've got the effect where you're always the visual effect where you always think you're too high because of what I mean. We trained out of a Class C airport, so you know our runways were handling regular RPT kind of airlines, except for like 747s and A380s. They were too big. But suddenly you're under the pump and you're coming into land at this really it literally feels like you're landing on a footpath. So I'm coming in and it's all over the place, and the instructor goes around and he's like, at what point do you need to go around? And so yeah, always remember, if in doubt, just go around. What is my favorite plane to fly? In the sim or in the real world? I don't have any jet experience. I only have some turbine experience. But yeah, again, for a leisurely kind of, I mean, when you want to learn an aircraft, you want to learn it inside and out. And the thing stopping me from going, knee deep into like airliners is because you don't have that real world kind of grasp of it, which I'm used to. It just feels like I cannot. There's no point of trying to push buttons and do a proper start if I haven't even looked or at a POH or a type rating, for that matter. So I prefer aircrafts that I have a grasp on, that I understand. That being said, in the game these days, I'm loving the PC-24 and the Vision Jet, because the way the cowling just cuts on a single screen. I mean, I'm happy to show you. We'll go for a buzz and I'll be happy to show you. For me, it's the Boeing 737. So yeah, short answer, I love any GA aircraft. Long answer, most anything new, basically. I love a good G1000. I like a glass cockpit. Because I only attempted training with steam gauges very shortly, it was noticeably harder to keep up your scan and your SA. With the G1000, or generally glass cockpits these days, with one with one glance at your primary flight display, you can get all your situational awareness. You can have a very good visual picture of where you are in the airspace, who's around you. Yeah, with steam gauges and the old way of flying, it was really hard yakka. You'd have to be paying attention to the radios, especially in uncontrolled airspace. Just making sure you're separated, you're good, you're tracking properly on the map. I mean, Captain Carper, you're gonna be experiencing all of that. Dead Reckoning, don't forget your map. I went on my first nav and my instructor told me, where's your map? And I'm like, I didn't bring it. I thought, we would plug it into the GPS and go from there, but no, they wanted us to manually do everything. Let's do that. So yeah, favorite plane. GA. Oops, it's the Diamond. I love the Diamond DA62, Captain Carper. Yeah, I've flown the DA62. I've flown the 42. I've flown the 40. They're all great. Really, really good aircraft. Really easy to fly. They literally float forever. I don't think I've heard of it, but it sounds awesome. Beginning. Noted. Hit me out. Thank you. I wish you the best on your training. This is very wholesome, guys. Keep it up. Oh, hi, Lambo. Thanks. I'm Calgary, by the Calgary, how many accounts do you have? You're popping into these chats from like different accounts. I want a personal cell that, yeah. And if you do, I'm not sure if you have access to Flight Sim Captain Carper, but try COWS via Orbex. Their DA42 is so close to the real world, it is not funny. Even aerodynamically, it behaves the same. I mean, within Microsoft Flight Simulator's physics model. Let's just put it that way. I don't know what we're doing here, but it's a Cub, it's a ferry flight. Kill, tail wheel, just make sure we're dancing on the rudders on the runway. And yeah. And today we're in Mike Alpha Echo X Cub Launch Edition. Hello! There's me again. Alright. Oh, it's been a while. Hello. Okay. 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 Cool. Cool. Does anyone in the chat know what this is? Just left of the landing light? It'll come up now. Sorry, there's a bit of delay, but now you'll see it. Better, you should try flying an airliner with a keyboard and mouse. Flying an airliner with a keyboard and mouse. I mean, I've got a Boeing 747 dual throttle, and yeah, I'd rather attempt an Airbus. The Boeing's autopilot just confuses the hell out of me. I think that's a barometer. Ah, yeah, not quite. Not quite. Your barometer, I think you mean the static port. That's what measures static pressure. That's the static port, which will be on the side of the... Well, let's see if we can find it. It's the oil cover. Where's the static port here? Is that it? No. Let me just close that. Just close that. Do the walk around or pretend to do the walk around. I can't seem to find the... I think that's it. I don't know. But basically, it's not a pedo. It's not a pedo, no. That's the pedo there. Right below the landing light. That's the pedo. The L-shaped sticking out. So the pedo sticks out into the direction of airflow, and then it measures the pressure coming into the pedo heat, compares it to the static port pressure, and that's how you get airspeed. The difference in pressure. The difference in pressure from the airflow is how you get your indicated airspeed. It's usually calibrated airspeed because by the time it reads on your instrument, it's calibrated. But yeah, so that's the pitot tube, and it's usually facing the direction of the airflow. This, however, if you get a chance to come up close with a high wing aircraft like the Cub or the Cessna, this is the stall indicator. So it's got a little flap there. Once the wing increases and you've got airflow pushing on that little tab, that's your stall warning. It will sound. That's where you hear it. So now if you find one of those, just push it up and you'll hear the stall warning go on if you've got your master switch on. So, yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Also, this might sound dirty, but never suck on a pitot tube. There in some regions in the world, there are a lot of wasps and different bugs that like to live in the stall indicator and around the pitot. And to make sure it's clear and not blocked, so you've got airspeed readings. People try and suck on it just to see if you've got the airflow there. And yeah, it's unfortunate sometimes people get stuck with wasps and shit. So don't do that. All right, now we're in the Cup. Yeah.
Captain, thanks for being available. I'm Lisa, the hangar supervisor.
Career mode at its finest. So we're gonna have to restart that. It's either because the power setting was on. Alright, cool. I'm gonna skip this anyway. Yeah. No. Why would anyone talk on it? To make sure it's not blocked. Oh. No, I'm. we've there were a number of times where it's like, oh, you know, this is how it's done. But Google it, you'll see. It's quite funny. No, I have experience of actually taking off with a pitot cover on. So I took off and had no airspeed readings. That was pilot error on my end. On the takeoff roll, my G1000 airspeed tape did not come up, and I thought, it's coming. And by the time I made the decision to back off the takeoff roll, I was already in ground effect, and the plane actually lifted off. So I remained in the circuit, made a call to tower, a pan call to tower, informing them everything's fine. I'm just an idiot who forgot his pitot cover on because I did a lackluster walk around. Took off, came back, and then stayed in the circuit. Upwind, downwind, base, final, and on final I got ground speed readings from the tower. And by that time, the school I went to trained us so well on how to fly the aircraft from the seat of your pants, and visually, that because you flew at that time, I already had about 60 hours in a diamond. You feel it. You feel when you're at the edge of the envelope. So I had all the momentum. I was coming down. I was reading 86, 90 knots on ground speed. So I was doing well. Came back down and yeah. And that's why I know a lot about pitos. Not because I sucked on it, but because, yeah, I got into that situation. Alton. All right. No, I was solo.
Captain, thanks for being available. I'm Lisa, the hangar supervisor.
Oh, yeah.
This
I
exfil has
mean,
to get to
it was one of
Millwright
my so, and then when
Airport
I
as soon
landed,
as
my instructor
possible.
just looked at me and went,
The owner
"You're an
has to
idiot,
get
and
his
you're never doing
aircraft
that
repaired
again,
over
aren't
there.
you?" So
Now that it's fixed,
it
he needs someone to fly it back to him.
with aviation though, once you get,
Mr.
if
Hornstraw, the
you,
owner, is expecting you at the
Captain Kappa,
destination on
this is for
time.
you.
Safe travels.
You only get one chance to learn something. Usually, if you make the mistake again, it could be costly. Um, touch on wood for everyone out there. But yeah, and that's why I keep harping on it. The pedo is a very, very sensitive subject for me.
Yankee Whiskey Sierra Traffic Cub craft is Victor Hotel. Mike Alpha Echo is taxiing to runway 5.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Some other instructors were quite, were quite concerned. Um, but like the and in aviation, you get a number of chances to catch out your mistakes. So I had a chance to catch it out at the walk around, missed it. Had a chance to catch it on the beginning of the takeoff roll, was very slow to make that decision to kill the power. So yeah, bit of everything at that point. All right, so power set, checked. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, these little aircraft entered the runway without an announcement. All right, it was an airstrip. I love flying these as well, especially in the game. They're super easy to fly. So people out there with keyboards, and mouse and controllers, and just want to do a scenic flight, check out where your house is and all of that good stuff. Fly to Millimoran. All right. Continue. What altitude are we traveling at? Yeah, I'm not following the flight plan. I'm just gonna go off this flight plan here. Whatever's actually in my avionics already. So I'm just gonna capture this. As you can see, I'm trying to cross-track the magenta line to intercept that to Milmarin. Is that it? Yeah, Milmarin. We can turn these off. Alright, see you guys later. Papato, DM me if you decide to do anything stupid. Will do, Calgary. Thank you for dropping in today. Lambo, you're a legend. Thank you for being so welcoming to everyone. I think I'm gonna go at 3,000 feet. That's enough. So let's fix that altitude. So basically, I just regained track again, and now let's just drop down to 3,000 feet, and then I'll fix the I'll recapture the altitude, and then we can have a chat again in cruise. There we go. Awesome. But yeah, you'll notice as well in Australia. I've read a few comments online that it the winds here seem to be very, very. They cause a lot of oscillations, and that's why when you increase the sim rate during career mode in Australia, it literally feels like you're just on a pendulum. Where are you at, Captain Carper? I'm in college. Yep. Lambo was right about the pedo in Florida as well, so. I increased my sim rate, but I Weber State University. Cool. And where? How far is home, Captain Carper? I'm just concerned. I'm just worried about how long it might take you to get back to your flight sim. That's what I'm concerned about. Right. So it seems to be. Why does it want to go up? Is it because of the? I'm gonna turn off. I'm just gonna drop it down a little bit. Yeah, autopilot is off because I need to correct. It climbed to 200 feet. It climbed 200 feet. Was 4.5 hours. Oh, that's a drive to go back to your flight sim, Kappa. I wish you the best of luck at college, mate. It's the time in your life that you got to do, and then yeah, you'll be happy you got it done. Good luck to you, mate. I would like to power back, but I want to get to my destination as well. There we go. Capture that. That's it. Set up. A little bit there. The pink magenta is the flight director for anyone wondering. So autopilot on. Altitude on. Oh. Yep, alright, cool. I was freaking out at what. Up. That was a stall and a half waiting to happen. I don't know what the hell this thing is doing now. Any advice financially regarding flight school? We're lucky enough here in Australia that once you have your PPL, there is a student loan to get your commercial and your multi-engine. So, the people that did not do this, there are a few people that do it out of pocket. You know, if it's either you're lucky enough to have the bank of mom and dad, or yeah. The biggest challenge though is if you need to work and whatnot, you need to work something that will give you the most for the allocated times that you're actually, because flight training is a massive investment in terms of time and money. Yeah, it's not like something you would work 5-6 days a week and then do it 1 day a week. You won't get anything out of it. What about for a PPL? For a PPL, the best advice would be start as early as possible, because once you reach 30 hours here in Australia, I think it is, you can get your PPL. But now there's a recreational license as well. I don't know what the hell this thing's doing. It's so weird. It's like it's flying like this. And that's the autopilot. It'll catch 3.2. It will catch 2.9, but it won't catch 3. I'm just gonna keep it like this, see what it's gonna do, but where is he? We check the sim rate. There we go. Sim rate. Alt. Oh, alright. I don't think my sim rate is increasing. Well, you're very young, Captain Carper. You've definitely got that on your side. So, you know, in the best advice would be to try and get in the air as much as possible. You know, every time you've got a spare few $100, put it together. Go for a buzz for an hour, because that on the control, like, you know, being in command, PIC time is very, very valuable. And once you are able to get that, if you are not able to fly solo for whatever, no recreational, no PPL, I would recommend just going to your local flight school and keep doing TIFFs. You know, get friendly with your instructors, with your local flight school. Some schools may even allow you to jump in for training flights with other students, just so you're exposed to it. ROTC. What is the Romeo Oscar Tango Charlie? I'm not aware of that, but Aviation Bay. I'm not aware of what that is, Captain Carper. Sorry. Maybe we have some the equivalent to that here in Australia, but I'm not sure. Called Cap. Yup. Nah. I have no idea. Sorry. Sorry, mate. We're running out of time, so I'm going to skip to descent. I've actually punched through my hour allocation for the stream today, so let's see where we are. Okay.
Yankee Mike November Traffic Cub craft is Victor Hotel. Mike Alpha Echo 1 miles northeast 2800. Forward inbound to land runway 1 tree.
Alright, landing 1 tree. That was a long getting immersed early on. It's like military for the kid. Ah, civil. Yeah. So yeah. So it's like the cadets here. There are Air Force cadets here. Um, it's the same sort of deal. But this one is not like the military. It actually is the military. Um, it's just a way to get people interested in flying jets for the RAF. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Get immersed early on. Yeah. No, and it's definitely good to get into the mindset. Um, what I found difficult was that I did not think I would be able to do my flight training, just due to not knowing the regulations behind it at the time when I was your age. But now with everything and all the information around us, it's very easy to know how to get to where you want. But yeah, I was focusing on another on an overseas market. So when that didn't work out, I was not left with many options in Australia. But yeah, try and get into the aircraft as much as you can. And honestly, if you feel like you aren't able to secure that first job, then flying will get more difficult. So you're on the right track, Captain Kappa. The Civil Air Patrol is the way to go. That's how you meet people. That's how you network, and hopefully. Why is it telling me to climb? Flight director is drunk on this Cub. What kind of circuit is this anyway? Yeah. I tried to give the career mode a chance again, but no, not worth it. Still lacking. It feels like it's a demo. Where are you landing? Milmarin for a ferry flight in career mode. But yeah, because I skipped to the descent because it was a long leg. It was like 90 nautical miles, and I was running out of time. Yeah, I'm keeping these boxes just so I don't lose any stupid points. And here in Milmarin, because I don't, most of the time I'm flying out of YBCG when I'm creating content and whatnot. So everything's in the cache. Everything's but Milmarin here, everything's a bit choppy for me. I can see. Wow. Now that's a square base if I've ever seen one. They expect you to join the circuit like with a teardrop and whatnot, which is very, very instrument rating. Am I climbing? Am I going down? What the hell is happening? Alright. I don't know if you can see it now, chat, but it's getting very, very choppy. Yeah, not good. Not good. Alright, now we're turning final. Whatever. Let's line her up. Make our announcement. I'm not getting marked down for any more. Oh yeah, that story I told you about the PP with the small runway and going around. It was something like this, literally. This is my favorite part of flying. Lined up on final approach. Just be careful with this because it's a tail dragger, so we gotta... push forward. Push it forward. Gently on the brake so it doesn't tilt. There we go. Go. And now, you'll be doing these ones if it was in the real world, but thankfully... Up, 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 up. Up, up. Can you do OMDB one day? OMDB. Oscar Mike. Is that Dubai? Is that Dubai or Abu Dhabi? OMDB. Oscar Mike Delta Bravo. Skytrack, can you... I don't know the ICAO codes off the top of my head or the IATA codes. So I appreciate the airport code. I do not recognize it, but I'm happy to do OMDB. Yeah, with our Microsoft Flight Simulator streams, I would really like to take on board any requests. So I'll be posting on the Next Level Flight page because these Wednesday sessions for Microsoft Flight Simulator will be a regular. And just to, get you guys involved, just give us requests and we'll do it. There's a shady van there in Millmerran. I don't know what the hell it's doing. I'm also keen to get up and running with Tobii Eye Tracker or even Track IR. Moving around the view with a joystick is just it's not it. Where's the parking at?
Mike November Traffic Cub Craft is Victor Hotel. Mike Alpha Echo is taxiing to parking.
Yes, Dubai. I thought so. I thought so. Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad it was you.
Well, I mean, with Dubai, it'll probably have to be the an A380 out of Dubai. Yeah, are you based in Dubai, Sky and Track? You should do. I'll definitely do Boys Idaho for you, Captain Carper. To Quezon, to San Diego. San Diego's beautiful. Yeah. Control Shift E. Awesome. A D. A C. Oh, that 98 nautical miles, and he gave me 500 credits. Well, that's no in Toronto, but I lived in Dubai. Oh, cool, Sky and Track. I was born in Kuwait. So yeah, but cool. We'll definitely do that next time. Join us next time, Sky and Track. Same time, same day, and we'll do OMDB next week. Thank you to everyone who joined the chat today. It's been fun. It's good to be back, and yeah,